Hey everyone! I'm back with a new Journal With Me video today. I am so happy to be back doing art journaling videos. I haven't actually done one in a very long time. So this journaling page is actually a response to the Get Messy mini art challenge. If you're in the Get Messy community, you will know that the website is currently down. So Lauren and Misty are doing a little mini art journal challenge via the Get Messy newsletter. So the first one was about journaling your intentions for the new year. And so that is what I'm doing in this spread. I will be journaling my intentions as well as documenting my one little word for the year and just talking about it in my art journal. So the journal that I'm using is a bound journal that I made. It's an altered book art journal. I have a class on Big Picture Classes, if you didn't know, called Altered Book Art Journal, and it's basically taking an old hardcover book and altering it, meaning gutting all the pages out and adding your own. So this one was an really old copy of The Secret Garden, and I just put my own pages in. I actually kept some of the book pages, so the page that I'm working on now, where I'm gluing down this doily, is the front page. So when you open up my journal, you will see the title page that says The Secret Garden on it, and then this is the inside page where the copyright is, which you saw that I gessoed over before I put down this doily. So it's a mixture of the book pages from the actual book and mixed media paper, watercolor paper, and like I think 110-pound color pencil paper. And it's just a mixture of those papers into this book, and it's a very thick book, and I'm hoping to document in it and art journal in it for the entire year. So I think all of my art journaling this year is going to go in one book. I've never actually done that before, but I'm gonna give it a go. So I had taken out a few of the Jane Davenport paints. I actually recently bought those paints at Michael's when they had a sale for them, and I really wanted to try them out. There are two colors in this palette though that are Martha Stewart, and then I think the purple, no, not the purple one, the really dark green kind of minty teal one is actually the Craftsmart or the cheap brand, and then some Liquitex white. And these are acrylics, and I was just gonna kind of swatch them. I actually did not know what I was gonna do going into this journal spread. I pulled out some Jane Davenport stuff that I got, and I didn't get any of her new things. I think most of it was whatever my Michaels had, and it was the old stuff. I think the only thing new were these those vintage papers. They're actually like washi stickers, and I think Jane calls them confetti tissue, but they're basically giant washi stickers. And then I'm using her rub-ons here, which I think were from her first launch. But I loved the sketched girls, and I chop up a few, but I really like this one that I've pulled out right now. And once I get a little bit of color, I use some pink and that peach and some white. I'm just gonna collage over the doily that I had placed down. Again, I had no idea how I wanted to construct this page. I just knew that I was gonna document my one little word and my intentions. So I actually pulled out these florals. These are Maggie Holmes florals. They're from her open book collection, and I think you can still find them maybe at like Joann's or Paper Source. I don't know where else would have them, but they're from the open book collection. You can also get the digital version on AC Digitals. I have both physical. I think I bought 2 packets of the physical ones, and I have the digital collection, so I can just print stuff out if and when I need more florals. But I love these florals. I use them in like every journal. I just love them. So I pulled out some more of the realistic looking florals to use. And the reason why I used florals is because I love florals, but I thought it was appropriate for this spread because my word for the year is open. And if you've been following me on my blog or on Instagram, you would know that I want to be more open, and like I want to bring more openness into my year, and I want to be more open within the communities that I'm in online, and I kind of want to engage in conversations and just get to know people more and have them get to know me more. It's something that I struggle with in real life as well as my online life, so that was my word that I chose for this year. And I have 4 supporting words. So my 4 supporting words are engage, because of course I want to engage in conversation, engage within the community. I want to expand, and along with expand is grow. I want to grow, and then the last one is bloom. Like, I want to blossom. I want to kind of come out of my shell and just be more open. So the florals, with that whole grow and bloom idea in my head, the word is bloom. You know, I'm just like, oh, blooms, I should just use florals. So that's a little just kind of thing that I kind of thought of, like, oh, when I pulled out the florals, I thought it was like kind of serendipitous in a way. So here I'm just, again, collaging all these pieces together. I ended up putting this vellum floral down, and then on top of that, one of the vintage paper washi strip things. Not strips, they're shapes, washi shapes. And then I tucked a Maggie Holmes flower, and then I'm putting the rub-on top. And I kind of suck at rub-ons, but these actually went on really, really well. So I kind of put that on top, and now I'm just kind of embellishing some more, putting down a heart-shaped washi vintage paper thing. They're washi, like it feels like washi when you pull it apart, but it has like vintage paper print on it. And so now I think I go back in with some green, like some light mint green paint, because I want the colors to still be my pastel-y, you know. I'm all about the pastels. But I wanted to pull some of that green in. And this was before I decided to put a floral that had green leaves on the other side of the page. So right here I'm playing with this little vellum piece. It's actually a leaf from the package, and it has some text written on it, and it's vellum. So I'm going to tuck it in under there just to add more to the cluster. Now I'm taking one of these really fine ballpoint pens and adding my signature scribbles. I think I put scribbles on everything. Anything that I feel like is missing something always ends up having one of these scribbles on it, and they're just kind of random. It's just, I don't know, it gives it a nice little whimsical feel to it, I think. And here I'm actually looking for a piece that I had to cut up from the rub-ons, and I wanted to use up one of that pink circle rub-on. It looks kind of like a fingerprint. It's just kind of like a smudge, just to cover kind of where I started off the scribbles, so that it just looks like the scribbles are coming from behind everything. Now I think I'm going to start working on the right-hand side of the spread. I pulled out these are actually wallpaper samples. I ordered a bunch of wallpaper samples because they had beautiful floral prints on them. And I will leave the link down below to where I got them. It is from a wallpaper company place online that you buy wallpaper, but you can order samples. You get 2 free samples, and then after the 2 free samples, all the other samples are $1, which I think is reasonable, since a piece of paper, like a piece of scrapbook paper, is $1 when you buy them at the store or a scrapbook store or whatever. So these are sized 8.5 by 11, which I think is a very nice, generous size for wallpaper sample. And I ordered, I think, I might have ordered like 24 of them. Because the beautiful, beautiful floral prints. You cannot find these types of floral prints in scrapbook paper, and I just love my florals, so I bought a bunch of them. And I love the texture of wallpaper. I bought a lot, you know, a bunch of different ones, so each one has like a different texture, but like this one is kind of like thick, but it has a nice texture to it, and I love adding all those different textures to my journals. So for this one, the corner had this little floral on it, and I think it was a piece. They actually gave me 2 pieces of the same wallpaper, and I think it's because this one only had the pattern on one corner. So I fussy cut that floral out, and it's gonna go there on that corner where I just put down the ripped book paper. And now I'm just kind of painting some of that green paint so that I have some of that green coming out on that side too. But that ripped piece of paper is from an Alice in Wonderland book that I ripped apart for a previous project. So now I'm just tucking things in between the floral piece, and the book paper, because I want to make a nice little cluster there as well to complement the cluster on the left. What I think I settle on is the exact same pink flower die cut that I used on the left hand side, and I'm going to tuck the duplicate that I have right there between the fuzzy cut floral and the book paper. And then I took another one of those washi tape shapes, and this one had like really pretty script on it, and I just kind of tucked it in there too. So once I have that corner cluster finish, I pull out some alphas, and the 2 alphas that I kind of pulled out, that I was pulling out the word open for, are these 2, one's in white and the other one's in gold glitter, and they were from the Target dollar spot, I think. I actually got them in some Happy Mail. But yeah, I pulled them out just to see which one would look better, the white or the gold glitter, and I settled on the gold glitter because it looked way better. It kind of pulled in that warm color tone from the vellum floral that I had put there, that orangey vellum floral, so I used that. Now the adhesive on these stickers, they're alpha stickers, they're not that great. Again, they're from the Target dollar spot, so I'm just backing all of them with some double-sided tape and putting them down. So now I'm playing with the negative pieces, the pieces that were in the O and the P, and I kind of want to put them on the right hand sides just to have some of that glittery sparkle stuff on the other side. I ended up using the piece that was in the P and tucking it into my little cluster there just to give a little bit more of that glitter on that side. And now I'm taking the other piece of that ripped up old book paper and I'm just cutting off the top, which is I think the title of the chapter, and the title of the chapter ended up being The Garden of Live Flowers, and of course I thought that was appropriate since I'm calling this art journal My Secret Garden art journal, and of course this is kind of like the intro page, my intentions for the year for this journal and everything. And so I kind of took some gold glitter washi tape again to balance out that gold glitter, and I'm kind of just sticking it up there, sort of kind of like how you would stick something onto a wall or to an inspiration board or something. And I love how that gives me the space, that all that white space to do my actual journaling. And so I spent some time fiddling around with the washi tape. This washi I think is from Michaels and it doesn't really stick down very well, and so I had to glue it. But once I did that, I touched up the page a little bit. So now I'm fiddling with that little piece there. It is another one of those vintage paper washi sticker pieces, and I end up tucking it within that cluster, kind of on top of that pink floral that I had put there, just to give more of that little scripty feel to that cluster. I'm just basically just building up the cluster so that it has a lot of yummy goodness coming out of it. So now I am taking my paintbrush again, and off camera to the side, I mixed some of that light green with kind of like more of a minty green, and I'm just kind of painting out some stems with some little like leaf buds. And I start on the left and then I go to the other side on the left page to add some more there too, and then I repeat the process on the right side of my spread. And I'm just doing them just to sort of frame the clusters and to add more of that green color, because the floral that I fussy cut from the wallpaper has a lot of green in it, but there's not that much green on the other side, so I just kind of wanted to add just the little touches of that mint green color. Not too much, just a little bit, and so I thought of painting on a few little leaf buds to frame both clusters. It would look really nice. So once I add my last few little buds, I call this spread finished. So here is some close-ups of my 2-page spread. I end up doing all of my journaling off camera, but in a minute you will see the entire finished spread. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up if you like. Remember to subscribe if you wish to see more videos like this, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye!